How's it going, fellow Planeswalkers? Today, I have another cool brew just for you, and it's just a white-red dino deck. I couldn't come up with any more cool name for it because it's rather bland, but anyway, it's actually a really cool deck. This is just as a nice farewell to the dinos that are going to be cycled out of rotation very soon. And so here we go. I made a nice dino deck. It actually has an enrage element to it. It's fun. I definitely enjoy it, and check it out. Okay, so before I get into it, I want to give you guys a nice reminder to please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't yet. And then, without further ado, here we go. So we have one copy of Ryle. This is just a way to draw a card and, to hit off a enrage ability. We have 4 lightning strikes for removal, 2 F2P Huntmasters just for some lower cost to some of my dinos, but primarily it is also to give them haste. We have 4 justice strikes. This is a good removal as well. I'm going to use this probably for stuff that fall outside of the purview of this lightning strike. So anything 3 above, I'm probably going to use a justice strike to try to get rid of it. So we have 2 Path of Metals. This is cool because this is an interesting enchantment. So you don't see it get too much play. It does get some play, but you don't see it get too much play. Check it out. So it's 2 mana. It's a drop. It's 1 red, 1 white. When Path of Metal enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to each creature that doesn't have first strike, double strike, vigilance, or haste. Whenever you attack with at least 2 creatures that have first strike, double strike, vigilance, and or haste, transform Path of Metal. So once it's transformed, you could tap it for any color of mana, but here's where it really gets interesting. I could pay 2 mana and tap it, and Midsali Tower of Triumph deals 2 damage to each opponent. That's cool. That's really cool. But what I may use it for, which I can imagine is what it'll get most of its value out of, is the 3 ability, the 1 white, tap for 2. Choose a creature at random that attacked this turn and destroy that creature. So this is a way of removing some stuff, even some stuff that has hexproof, because it doesn't say target, it says choose a creature at random. So I'm not targeting anything, so I could still get rid of some stuff that otherwise I would have problems getting rid of. Then we have 3 Relentless Raptors. This is a really cool card. So it has vigilance. It costs 2 mana. It's a 3/3, which is amazing. It does have a bit of a downside where Relentless Raptor attacks or blocks each combat if able. And being that it doesn't tap because it has vigilance, then I'm always going to have to use it for defense, even if it wouldn't be a good decision. I wouldn't do it otherwise, but it's still cool because with Path of Metal, these 2 creatures have vigilance, and possibly I'll be able to flip this. But I'm also using the Path of Metal because I said it deals 1 damage to each creature that doesn't have those 4 abilities. That's another way I'm going to pop off my Enrage ability. Okay, then we have Sky Terror. This is a great 2-drop as well. It has Flying and Menace, 2/2. We have 2 Radiant Destinies, which obviously is fantastic in this deck, especially because it's primarily lower cost dinos, so they could get a nice boost. All my stuff could get vigilance. We have 1 Shake the Foundations, so we could use this for board removal to hit off our Enrage and at the same time draw a card. We have 3 Forerunners of the Empire. This is primarily how I'm going to be hitting off the Enrage ability. 3 Needletooth Raptors. This is great removal, guys. So this is a 4-drop, 2/2. Enrage. Whenever Needletooth Raptor is dealt damage, it deals 5 damage to target creature an opponent controls. So I have plenty of ways of removing my opponent's creatures. I have Justice Strikes, I have Lightning Strikes, I have Needletooth Raptors. And then we have a life gain element. This is a 5-drop. It's more on the costly side, I do admit that. But, hopefully with the F2P Huntmaster, I'd probably get it down a bit earlier. And it's just a great way to gain some life. So it's a 3/5 creature, which is nice, and it has Enrage. Whenever Imperial Startops is dealt damage, you gain 2 life. So that in conjunction with the Forerunner of the Empire and, maybe Shake the Foundations or Ryle or whatever, I could get some value out of it. Then we have 3 Charging Monstrosars because this guy really brings it into the face. 1 Huatli Warrior Poet. This is another legend. This is a cool Planeswalker that doesn't get much play. And because these dinos don't really get much play, but I thought I had a copy, throw it in there, why not? Once again, this guy is also going to be rotated out. Might as well give these cards as much play as possible before they're gone. So we have a Vanquisher Banner. This is a really cool card, and I'm also running in this deck 20 creatures. So I should hope to be able to draw some cards of this, and at the same time give my creatures a boost. Vanquisher Banners reads as such. As Vanquisher Banner enters the battlefield, I'll choose a creature type, which obviously would be dinos in this deck. Creatures you control of the chosen type get +1/+1. That's fantastic. Whenever you cast a creature spell of the chosen type, I get to draw a card, so that's really cool. Then we have a Blowing Aegisar. I really wish I had a second copy. I most definitely would be playing a second copy. So its Enrage ability, it is expensive, but once you get it down, it really does some serious value for my board, especially if I have Forerunner of the Empire down. Because what it does is whenever Blowing Aegisar is dealt damage, I put a 1/1 counter on each other creature you control. So not Blowing Aegisar himself, but every other creature gets jacked up, which is fantastic. Then we have one Ixalan Primal Storm. This works out really well if you have a Otypic Hunt Master down, and then for 5 mana, because it's reduced by 1, you could slap this down and give it haste, attack, and then you could pop some cards from one from my opponent, one from mine, and it really works out nicely. So I have a myriad of lands, 9 plains, 10 mountains, 3 clifftop retreats, 2 stone quarries. I actually just realized something. I could probably drop 2 more regular land, and I could throw in Unclaimed Territory. So this is a really cool land. It works out very well in tribal decks. So as Unclaimed Territory enters the battlefield, I could choose a creature type. It could either tap for 1 colorless mana, or I could get to add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast a creature spell of the chosen type. What's another really cool thing about Unclaimed Territory, it doesn't come into the battlefield tapped, so I could use it right away. So let's go right into it. This is my white-red dino round 1. So I think to maybe make this deck a bit better, I would maybe throw in another Ixalan Primal Storm, what was it? But it is on the higher end, so I don't know if I'd be able to fit it in. I would definitely throw in another Blowing Aegisar. Okay, so this is not the most ideal hand. I don't have some early plays, but I do have a bit of removal, so maybe I'm going to run into it and see what's up. Okay, so we're going to drop this. We have all the land in the world that we need. Now I'm just hoping to draw into something that I can use it with. I hope he's not playing Control, because I can imagine Control will do very well against this deck. Okay, so I'm not worried, because with the Forerunner of the Empire, anything that has 1 life, one damage, I could probably get rid of pretty easy with the Forerunner of the Empire. Let's see what he's going to play. If he's playing straight up flying creatures, then we may have a good shot at this. So long as he doesn't counter my Forerunner of the Empire. Okay, so cow level over here is taking his time. I don't know. What's he contemplating? Interesting. So he could tap me. That's fine. I'm actually going to remove this guy because, as I said before, he doesn't have 1 defense. The creatures with 1 defense. Okay, so this is the time to do dinos. I'm definitely playing my hand. He knows what's coming now. And so long as this mana is not available to him, which hopefully it won't be, I'll be able to get away with the Forerunner of the Empire. Okay, so he got favorable wins. So with the Forerunner of the Empire, what I'm going to have to do is I am going to bring forth a Needletooth Raptor, actually. So I'm going to force his hand, because unless he's willing to lose these guys and lose them right away, he needs to get rid of the Forerunner of the Empire. And now. So I don't care. That's fine. That's actually really fine with me. So he's in trouble. So I'm going to pop off all his creatures at this point in time. So Needletooth Raptor comes in. It's going to trigger. This dies. And then he gets hit. And then I'm going to hit off the Healer's Hawk. And now I find myself sitting really pretty over here. So next turn I'm just going to go in straight up for the Charging Montresaur. Oh, that's fantastic. This guy's going to get wiped off right away. You know what? I could actually afford a Ixalan Primal Storm. And I'm going to take that action, and we're going to come in swinging. So I'm assuming he knows what's up at this point. He probably figures it's all over with. I have 2 Charging Montresaurs in hand. Yeah, I was just able to get a jump on him that he couldn't do. Okay, so that's nice. That worked out pretty cool. And mind you, that was without any low-cost creatures. So, you know, it's even better when I start off with some low-cost stuff. What's this? God was sacked. I have a couple of copies of that. Okay, so that was round one. That worked out pretty well. So I'd like to start off with my either the Flying Menace 2-drop or the 2-drop that gives me Vigilance. Okay, so perfect. We start off with a Sky Terror. Ooh, that's a problem. I'm actually gonna have to mulligan this, being that I have only planes. Okay, that's a bit better. So yeah, this is definitely better. I like this. This is way better. So turn 1. Yep, turn 2, I'm going to drop the Sky Terror. It looks like he's playing Dimmer, so he may be able to, you know, every time I play Dimmer, they always have a Thought Erasure in hand right from the get-go, and they don't even have to mulligan to get it, so I can expect to lose the Forerunner of the Empire right now. Or I could be lucky. Okay, so I was lucky, so I'm going to be able to get the Sky Terror down. You know what? We may have a shot. So he's going to have to waste some removal to get rid of the Sky Terror. It's a good start. I like Sky Terror. It's a good card. I really wish I would draw into either another Sky Terror or... Yeah, it looks like he's about to get rid of it. Maybe a Murder. Kite Sail Freebooter. That's fine. That's fine. He'll have to take the Ryle away. I probably would have used the Ryle this turn, actually, on Sky Terror after I attacked. Okay, so we also have ourselves a Justice Strike. Justice Strike's really good because, especially, let's say, in this deck, I could handle the... what's that 5-drop that's a 6/6 flying creature? I know his name. I keep on forgetting it. Raider. So I'm actually going to just go ahead and get rid of that right now. So that was cool. He should probably... I don't know why he played it then. He could have played it at the end of this turn and really got all its value worth. So what I'm going to do right now is take action. I'm going to call forth... I'm going to actually call forth another Needletooth Raptor. I don't see why not. So he's definitely going to have to remove of this, but that's still fine with me because I have 2 Needletooth Raptors, and I'm assuming I'll have another way of pinging it off. And regardless, he only has these creatures down. I could always use it to swing in itself for some damage. We may see the Thought Erasure, Gravedigger, so he's probably going to bring back, yeah, the Rune Raider. This is actually totally fine with me. I'm going to pop this guy off. I definitely think we have a jump on him. So, Needletooth Raptor, take action. Yeah, so I'm going to get this back in hand, so I could always rile him as well. So even if he gets rid of the Forerunner, we're still good. So far over here, we definitely have the jump on him. The best play for me right now would be to draw a land and just charge in with the Charging Monstrosauur. That's going to be quite devastating to him. But he probably is going to attack so he could get this card from the Rune Raider. Or not. Okay, so we're gonna pop this guy off right quick. We'll get rid of the Gravedigger. He may actually just remove it, maybe. So at least I draw a card still. It's not dependent on whether I hit him. Okay, so I should still be able to... That's very interesting. I thought I would draw the card. Ral does one that was target creature. You control that creature gains trample on the turn. Draw a card. I guess it has to say first draw a card and then the other part. Okay, so that was a pretty good play on his behalf. So I could always throw down another Needletooth Raptor. I actually hope he plays the Rune Raider, but he won't because apparently he knows that I have a Needletooth Raptor in hand. So that was very interesting. Why did he do that? He knows it's going back to the graveyard. So I'm not going to defend that. I have a feeling he was trying to trick me into something. Or maybe he was just going for the card draw. So it looked like I got stuck here for a moment without any more land, which is unfortunate because I should be able to be charging in with these Monstrosauurs. And if I didn't, at this point I would really really, I probably would have won the game already. So, but I'm still cool if he has to waste removal to get rid of the Needletooth Raptors, because, as I said, the charging monster stars are really gonna take home the bacon. The Ravenous Chupacabra, so he's gonna get rid of the Needletooth probably. Okay, or not. That's fine. I would really like to get the charging monster star though. So if I could just draw a land now, I'll be happy. He does have card advantage on me though. Okay, so nice. So this is great. So we're gonna just come in charging. I'm gonna take action. I'm gonna pop this off. And then I'm just gonna come swinging in with the charging monster star. So even if he removes it now, I still should have the game, because I have another charging monster star. He may throw down another Ravenous Chupacabra to get rid of this, but I still think that I should be fine. Yeah, so it looks like, so he murdered it. That's fine with me, I win. I'm pretty sure I win. I'm going to be coming in with, so we're coming in with 5. Yeah, definitely. This is a good game. I won this one. So we're going to pop this off, and then I'm just going to come in charging with everything I have. Okay, he didn't even give me the opportunity. So this is definitely a different take on the Dino deck. You know, typically people run the green-red Dino Enrage deck, and I've done a deck of that myself. I actually made a video of it a while back. I called it They Do Move in Herds as a Jurassic Park tribute. But this works out pretty well itself. You know, it's some great removal. Red, you know, lends you just so much removal. And this is good. I mean, once again, I'm not starting with anything cheap. Okay, it looks like, okay, this is a problem. I have 3 Forerunners of the Empire. I'm not a real big fan of having 3 in hand, but we'll do what I can. So, I'd say a Freebooter. It looks like this is the same matchup I had last time. So if that's the case, he's going to take the Justice Strike. It's actually the only thing he could take. He sees what I have going on. I hope to draw into something that I could use. Can't. Okay, so I guess we're just going to drop this in the meantime. Unfortunately, I'm stuck over here without anything to play. Okay, so he's actually going to be coming at me with pirates. Pirates, okay, I should be fine. So this is what I'm going to do. Forerunner of the Empire. He may be able to counter it, so long as he doesn't counter it, or he's going to get some raid ability. Okay. Ooh, okay, so this is fine. So, wait, if he's going to counter, then we're in trouble. He didn't counter anything. So, for now, I'm going to bring myself a Needletooth Raptor into hand. This is good. This is good so far. So, he may have to counter either my next spell. I don't know if he is running counter spells, but we'll find out. I think the first thing to go is going to be the Departed Deckhand, because I can't block it. Oh, I see. I see what he has done. And I know I'm not getting any removal right now. So maybe the best thing to do is come charging in. Or gotta play it. So, okay, I'm at a crossroads right now. I feel like the move that I make now is going to dictate the rest of the game. So I could come in and bring me on the pressure, which is always one thing to do. He doesn't get any value out of the Forerunner of the Empire besides being a 1/3 creature. One from there. Yeah, so it's whenever a dinosaur enters the battlefield under your control. So I still think what I have to do is I have to go for some removal. So I'm gonna and also I'm gonna go for the life gain at this point. I'm gonna go for the Imperial Ceratops, and I'm gonna keep that up here because I could always use it for the life gain because he is hitting at me. I'm fine with him dropping the Forerunner of the Empire. In fact, I wish he does. That's gonna be very good for me if he does that. Then next turn I dropped a Needletooth Raptor. I pop off the Departed Deckhand because it seems like he's the biggest threat at this point in time. And then the Hostage Taker I could take care of later. Ravenous Chupacabra. Okay, so perhaps I should have come in and charging. He's going to hit me now for 4, 5. Could I afford to do that? again, think about it. So if I do, no, I have to do it. I just have to do it. I feel like my whole deck revolves around this happening. So I'm gonna take for myself another Imperial Ceratops. I feel that if I have a way of winning, it's gonna be with this. If he removes this right now, this game's all she wrote. And this whole deck apparently is focused on removing my stuff. He has Hostage Takers, Ravenous Chupacabras, Kitesail Freebooters. Although the Justice Strike wouldn't have done me much value. In fact, maybe just... Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Okay. So this guy like stole my shit and he's getting cocky. So this guy said oops to me, so I'm gonna just concede. I'm not gonna take that type of snarkiness. So what I'm starting to realize is that I'll probably be better off getting rid of maybe with one of the Justice Strike or 2 Justice Strikes and put in Lava Coils. I feel like I would get some more value out of that. All right, so let's go into it. So far we won 1 and we lost 1. And let's see if I could do better this time. I really do need to start off with some of the lower cost stuff. Maybe I'll mulligan if I have only some higher cost stuff. I need something to drop at turn 2. Okay, so this works. This works out. I actually really like this. And I have a Radiant Destiny in hand. So let's hope I go first. Oh, unfortunately not. I find that, you know, my odds of winning, at least with most of my decks, significantly improve when... Oh, this is great. So Enrage works out fantastic in this deck. Enrage really works out fantastic in this deck because a lot of these merfolk happen to have like one life or so. So I could like pop off this River Sneak. Oh, this is great. This is really great. This has 2/3, so I would be saving the Lava Coil for this. So the question is, do I drop Radiant Destiny right now and come swinging in? Or do I start removing? Do I start removing is the question. I think maybe I'll go for the... No, you know what? This deck actually builds up speed really quick. So I'm actually gonna hang back right over here. I'm gonna let him do his thing. And then hopefully next turn I'll pop down a Forerunner of the Empire. So if he drops a Seafloor Oracle right now... Oh, Hadana's Climb. So I have to actually be careful at this point. Because this could get out of hand, and I do not have any enchant removal. So I'm going to get rid of the River Sneak. And let's really hope for... Yes. Okay, so this is good. This is really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put myself a Needletooth Raptor. He knows he's on the fence now. So now he either has to send this back into hand or suffer the consequences. Dropping a Seafloor Oracle won't work for him. Jade Light Ranger won't work for him. I could take off anything he's doing right now. He's probably... Okay, so he kept that, but that's not going to do him very much. Okay, I could still deal with most of what's going on. He's actually smart for putting onto him because he would have died right now. Okay, so this is good. Take action. I'm going to pop off this guy because he would flip this next turn, and I don't want that. He's going to be hesitant to attack probably because of Silvergale Adept. But right now, if I draw myself a land, I'll be so happy because then I'm going to be both gaining life and at the same time, I'm going to be removing. Okay, so he'll be smart. That was not a wise play on his behalf. If I throw down anything with Enrage, these two guys fall. He shouldn't have done that. Okay, or maybe... Okay, so I really need to get removing of this. I'm going to let this hit me. If I don't draw land, I'm just going to Lava Coil it. Yeah, so the time has come to Lava Coil this. I can't have him, you know, double up his life stuff. And I'm going to swing in just with the Sky Terror. So as I said, I just need one land. I'm at one... Both with one fell swoop, I'm going to be gaining life, and I'm going to be removing creatures, creature stuff. Jesus, another Hadana's Climb. Okay, so now the Deep-Root Champion is probably going to be my target next. Let's see what he's going to do. So he did Silvergale Adept. So if I throw down anything with Enrage, these two guys drop. In fact, if I get another land, then I'm going to be really happy. So I think that's what I need to happen, and unfortunately I did not. So what I'm going to do is, at this point in time, I'm going to have to drop the Otepec Huntmaster, because if I can't get a land, I need to make these stuff cheaper. So I'm going to have to use this to defend something, especially whatever he's going to give flying, because I don't want it to hit my life points. And then we're going to get to removing. I still think we have the advantage here, boys. Yes, we definitely have the advantage here, and he can't even do the climb. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I'm really happy. Okay, so yeah, so this happened right now. So we're gonna get in life, we're gonna get some removing. What I need to remove from him right now is more than the Seafloor Oracle. You know what, I'm actually gonna get rid of the Seafloor Oracle, because I do know that these decks run sleep, and if he taps all my stuff, that doesn't leave me in a very good position. Next turn I can always hit up with a Charging Monster Star, and I think we should be good. So what I think I'm going to do is right now I'm just going to hang out one more turn, and then I'm going to come in at him. So even if he sleeps me, I could always swing in with the Charging Monster Star. I'm going to gain life, and I'm going to remove. Yeah, we're really good. So we are really good right now. Each creature you control with one counter has trample. That's fine. He still can't do the Winged Temple of Araska. This guy's going to fall short. I win this game. He'll be smart to put on the River Sneak. Yeah, that was smart of him. But I'm pretty sure I win this game, guys. In fact, a Bellowing Aegisar, if I draw a land right now, that would be the best. Okay, so I'm going to go. I could always pop this off twice, actually. I think that's the play, guys. So I'm going to pop this off twice. Unfortunately, I'm going to lose the Otepec Huntmaster. Take action. That was cool. First, I'm going to get removing of Zagana. I gained life. I'm going to tap this, actually, to give him haste. Then I'm going to drop the Sky Terror. Do I do it again? So, yeah, I have to do it again. I'm going to lose my Needletooth Raptor. But at the same time, I was able to clear the field. And I'm going to swing in with hella damage right now. So, that was pretty cool. So that's fun. And then next turn, okay, yeah, so he gave in. All right, so this, guys, is my red-white dino deck. As I said, this is my farewell that I'm giving to these guys. Unfortunately, they're going to be rotated out. And yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this deck, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't yet. If you find that you know of any cards that could actually better suit this deck, please drop it in the comments. I'm definitely open to hear some improvements for this deck. I would like to improve it. All right, guys, have a great day.